Hey guys, I am DM Zone. This is Gamers Oasis. We're going to talk about Entropia Universe and doing some comparison between now and then. Okay, what do I mean by now and then? What I mean by now and then is I've said for a long time that I believe there's something called a skill tax within Entropia Universe. And I think that's one lever that moves things. I think there's other levers out here we don't even see. And what I'm getting at is, okay, I've known that levels have had something to do with the amount of reward you got. Maybe it has some sort of um, base multiplier, and then as you have more efficiency or less efficiency, and the base you work with has a greater chance of turning into a global and that type of stuff. So using a grindhouse firearm has a wider range of globals, but if you don't put enough lead down range to kill it and the base multiplier is not enough, it's not going to global as much as something that requires a little bit more lead or laser or whatever, and has a bigger base multiplier. And I'm almost wondering if that's how they kind of tweak in the value of a creature. So some creatures are more valuable because their hides are worth more, or because of this, or because of that, or because they're good to sweat, or because they're not good to sweat. So they should have more value for the hunter. So if that's the case, then maybe we're choosing our monsters incorrectly. Maybe the best creature is the one that's had the levers pulled into the hunter's range, and is probably hard to hunt, is not easy to kill, requires a certain type of resist set or whatever. And you go from there. And that's kind of my thought. Excuse me. Let me take a sip real quick of my drink. Okay. So maybe that's one thing, and maybe the skill tax is another thing, and maybe somehow in their algorithm of pluses and minuses and divisions and all that, they figured out the proper formula for what would be profitable for them and still make you have a good time. Um, so I'm kind of eating at this a little bit, and I feel like I found a new test. And I have to decide how I'm going to do this test, because doing this test correctly is going to be more than probably this channel has pushed so far, and probably more than would be desirable. Do I continue to do these mediocre hunts, which are not going to be enjoyable for anyone to watch? But you want to know that they're being counted, that they're being observed, that they actually are happening. Um, or do I want to kind of do that in a format that those that would like to watch that could watch that? So one of the things I'm thinking about is maybe streaming this on Twitch, and then doing sort of not really a highlight reel, but like what I've done here in this video. I've taken one 15 ped hunt that was designed to be shot in this way. It's probably the best of the four hunts, and then I go ahead and talk about the skills I gained during these four hunts, and then I show the four different cards for these hunts. And I'm actually going to have a bonus card in this hunt. If you have, it's kind of not exact, so I'm going to go ahead and just put it here in the middle instead of talking about I have a bonus hunt. But I'll get to why that is in a second. But like kind of like set it up like this, where it's a conversational video over gameplay that has the flashcards going by, shows the progress I'm making, talks about my thoughts on where the game is and what the game is trying to do, and maybe best practices, I guess you could say, to continue to make money. And then make a video that is actually worth sitting down to watch. The goal is not to do something like a lavatory that only I do this, but to make videos I enjoy and do this while I'm playing a video game. And I think we can find both. So I can do the lavatory stuff. I just won't post that on YouTube, but it'll be out there. The question is where? Is this something I do on like Twitch, which is kind of partnered up with Entropia Universe, and Entropia Universe talks about these are Twitch streamers that are showing Entropia Universe, or do I go to something that's not necessarily ported, but it's something that I've already on a lot, which would be like Facebook. And Facebook gaming is becoming a bigger thing, and maybe this is something that might have more value. So let me know in the comments below what streaming service do you think would be best, or do you think I should just not air all the episodes like I've done in this video. This was actually for 15 ped hunts, and then you're watching one of them, and I'm putting the flashcards up for each one of the hunts every 3.5 minutes or so, and then I go ahead and put the what skills were brought up during that period of time, because what I found is a 15 ped hunt now is not a lot. It's kind of like a 5 ped hunt was about a year ago, but a 5 ped hunt a year ago would break out to be about 10 minutes of video. All right, so the thing is, now with these hunts being 15 ped hunts, and I'm actually turning a little bit of profit, or I'm breaking even on these, plus I'm still doing the daily 2 ped a day missions. If I continue to do 25 ped hunts, I'm going to end up with essentially a surplus. If I'm only doing 2 or 3 of these videos a month, and I end up doing like a vlog a month, I'm going to really end up doing that. And I really don't have that many thoughts per 15 ped. Like, I need to play the game more to be able to develop better thoughts, if that makes sense, to test my theories, to come up with the evidence instead of just doing research and then telling you what other people have found or what I believe or putting thought to it. Now I'm getting to where I need to kind of do this and then move forward. But there's a lot of aspects of this game I still want to focus on, like skill boosts. What exactly does a skill boost do? What does it mean? What is it? How much bonus skill are you actually getting? Can I show tests with and without skill boosts? But one of the tests I want to run is hunting 0 level creatures, going to give you less skills or more skills because you can kill so many of them, than killing level 3 Minoras. And I have to say, hands down, it looks like Gallards do not give anywhere near the amount of experience at this level than Minoras. The question is, will Minoras ever go down to the level of Gallards? And I don't know the answer to that. I believe the answer is yes. I believe that Gallards probably did produce a lot of skill points in comparison when I was basically at 0 level trying to kill 0 level creatures. But now that my evasion is level 5 and my rifle is level, I think, 15 at this point, probably not likely that I view the same amount of value. Okay, so I have beliefs that the level of the creature affects not only the loot you find, but the amount of skills you gain. How many skills you gain also affects how much your loot is. Having skill bonuses is great for your skills, but how much difference is that really from not being skilled? And then we get into the efficiency of the weapon. Do you find better gear with a higher efficiency weapon? Well, that can kind of be answered with yes, because that's what they tell us. One second. We kind of answer that question with what they tell us, which is that you access different parts of the pool of loot based upon the efficiency of the weapon. So higher efficiency goes ahead and makes sure that you find better loot. Now, if you have that working in tandem with more ammo being spent, higher efficiency, and then a good base that's good for hunting versus good for sweating, or good for whatever, or maybe has super rare loot, where does that fall in as good? And then I guess the next question is, or the next thing is, keep hunting different creatures until you find that one that they missed. That you find the creature that is super good for hunting, and you have the right efficiency and the right investment into it to then be able to go ahead and make your money back on it. I think, honestly, that lower level creatures are designed to keep players around, which means that their loot pools are better per level than high level creatures. But that high level creatures maybe have spectacular bonuses. And I think that when you get past the median level and you start getting into the creatures that aren't hunted every day, you're going to run into a lot of these creatures I'm talking about right here. The ones that are missed over, the one where the balance isn't quite tuned in perfectly. So this is kind of like the conundrum. And then the question is, how do I get there? Okay, guys, so I want to talk about these 4 hunts and the bonus hunt I have in here real quickly. So in the first hunt, the first couple hunts, you'll notice I have really lower skill points. I don't know if that's because I wasn't counting the right skills or if that was an error. They're so low it seems odd. So I don't know. In the future, I promise to make a better effort to do that. I've actually changed way off in the future, but I've changed the method in which what skills I'm collecting and why and what they actually do, and we'll get to those eventually. Okay, but for right now, this is what we have. There's a definitely lower skill point with these 0 level creatures than there are with the Minoras. It's a problem, but we'll work through it. I wonder why, and I'll have to get maybe into that with a test, like I said earlier, with the do Minoras drop off like the Gallards has. So in the first hunt, you'll notice I have hair gel. Hair gel is the most valuable thing I picked up. It was not a tremendous amount, but all these things build towards good things. And if I get enough of this, I think I can actually find a buyer for it. Or maybe I'll decide to just level up in it since there's so few people actually doing it. I'm sure you could charge a premium for doing this. In the second hunt, I ended up getting more hair gel, of course. And I got a near global on muscle oil. The video you're actually watching was actually the second hunt out of the 4 hunts I did. And the third one was essentially was more of the oils, and I got a near global on hides. The fourth one was pretty bad. I didn't actually get a whole lot of anything, but what I did do is I did complete stage 3 of the Gallards, which gives me a big boost of XP or skills, and was able to do that. And I wonder if that's like a direct correlation. So what I want to do, sometime in the future I'll do this, I actually want to do 10 hunts at 15 ped and then see how that goes. That's kind of what I was alluding to earlier with all this. So that's kind of what I want to do. Now you'll notice here I'm going to go ahead and have a little bit of this video play. This is me finding a pistol off of a Gallard. This has huge markup ability and it's great for me because one of the things I want to do is practice or test different weapons. So this weapon is a great weapon to use for that purpose, and I didn't have to spend a penny on it, other than the fact that I dropped, of course, money into hunting the Gallards. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know what you think down below. Let me know what way you want to receive my content. If you want to receive my content, those are very important. Or if you just want to see sort of like what I'm doing here, where it's sort of a consolidation of everything together. So let me know what you think and keep her in that bed. Bye.